Hi, I'm Andre.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are doing Doctor Who. And we're back! Back after a couple of weeks break. And we just finished watching The Rescue, which is a 2-episode story, sort of a bridge between stories, sort of an epilogue to the Dalek invasion of Earth. The Rescue is about basically a rescue. It's about when our time travelers show up on the planet Dido, and they rescue a girl named Vicky from a guy named Bennett, who is a murderer and pretending to be an alien to keep them there.
Right.
But its entire purpose is really to introduce Vicky. So what did you think of her?
Well, it's interesting because I didn't know that she was going to be like our new permanent character. And immediately when we met her, I'm like, oh, look, another Susan. But I didn't know that she was like really our new Susan.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can like her yet because like they just tossed Susan aside and you know, the Doctor is being all fatherly to Vicky, and I'm like, where's your granddaughter? Like, do you not, I mean, there's like one little mention of her at the beginning, but now he's like, oh, I've got this lovely replacement. Like, it's just a little mean, I don't know.
It is a little quick.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
And as I mentioned, William Hartnell likes Maureen O'Brien more than he liked Caroline Ford, and so that comes off on screen.
Harsh.
Yeah. Where they just get along better. They have better chemistry.
Yeah.
So she is sort of the new Susan, but I like Vicky quite a bit more.
You do?
Than Susan. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll trust you.
Okay. But did you like Maureen O'Brien? Did you think she was?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, she wasn't as annoying as Susan. Like, I was like, oh great, another girl who cries, like, but it wasn't nearly as overly dramatic as they had Susan's character. So, yeah, we'll see. We're going through my first character transition here, so I don't know.
Yep.
She's gotta win me over.
So, The Rescue has been described before as a murder mystery with only one suspect.
Yeah.
When did you figure out that Bennett was Coquillion?
I started to think about it when, what is it,
Coquillion.
When he went back to like see Bennett and then like never came back, and she's like, oh, I wonder if he's left yet. I'm like, isn't there only one way in and out? Like, so then I was like, that's odd. And then when she took the Doctor back to see Bennett, and Bennett was like, yeah, you can't come in. I'm just like, why does he always say that? And then I was like, something is weird here. And then I was like, you never see him and Coquillion at the same time. So like right around that time, I was like pretty sure when the Doctor went to see him, but then they sort of gave it away. So
yeah. Did you like that? Did that work for you?
Yeah, yeah. You know what, it did, because I was thinking the like mask and like the hands and the feet and everything, but then over this like tailored jacket, I was like, what? You know? And then it's like supposed to be this big creepy alien, but he has like a voice like a little sissy girl, and I'm like, you're not scary. Like, so I'm kind of glad it was like supposed to be a person, because I was like, you know, if they're gonna have an alien like that, for one, they could do the wardrobe a little bit better, and for two, they could make the voice a little bit scarier than some British dude,
right.
You know?
What I thought was clever about that, though, is that we've seen them do monsters that pathetic before.
I know, that's why I was like, oh god.
They were playing with that, I think.
Yeah,
you know, they had this costume that's clearly a costume, but we're supposed to believe that other costumes that are clearly costumes
are not costumes. So. I know, so you just don't know.
Right.
Like, is this poorly done, or am I supposed to be figuring something out here, or what? Yeah.
So the other interesting thing in this story is when Barbara kills the really poorly done sand creature.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What did you think of that?
I was like, whoa, Barbara's getting like, I think she's getting a little bit immune to like violence and I mean, she didn't even think. She was just like, you know. That was interesting. And then for it to have been like Vicky's pet or whatever, I was like, oh, dark.
Yeah.
It's dark.
It's a dark show.
It is kind of dark sometimes, yeah. A lot of rape undertones in this show, always towards Barbara. Poor Barbara.
Barbara's the sex object in this show. Yeah.
Well, can't her and Ian make out then? Why do they always have somebody trying to rape her? Like, God.
It's a good question.
It's a good question. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's so such a recurring
I
theme,
know.
so prevalent that it's a really good question about whether this was intentional or unconscious.
I don't know, because there have been like, that I can just remember like right now, 3 or 4 people that I feel like have tried to violate Barbara sexually.
Yes.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. And
Weird.
it sort of undermines the whole adventure in time and space fun thing.
Yeah.
Too, everywhere they go, someone tries to rape Barbara, which is horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's the romance on the show.
Right, it's horrible. So final thoughts on The Rescue, what do you think?
And it was entertaining. It kept me, I paid attention, so.
Didn't fall asleep?
I didn't fall asleep. I like the ones that are like 2 episodes. I'm like, I can hang with this for 2 episodes.
The next story is The Romans, and that's one of my
that's like
favorites.
your favorite,
It's
right?
one of my favorite Hartnell stories. I think you're really going to like it. So
Okay.
check back next week to see if I'm right. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll talk to you.
Bye.